Hello, folks, and welcome to the Joe Morley Sports Show podcast. You can find me on Instagram at Joe Morley Sports, Twitter, and Facebook. Today is April 18, 2020, and today we're going to talk about the upcoming NFL draft. We're 5 days away, so why not? I'll go through my mock draft. In this mock draft, I have made trades. You can believe it or not, but I hope that you are into creating mock draft. Creating a mock draft is very fun. Gets you to know more of the prospects. Gets you to see where and if people can fall. I mean, of course, some people are homers and they will have their players drop to where they want to. But if you're a realist, you should know approximately where. But nobody is 100% on mock draft, so it's pretty hard to predict, especially this year with the COVID-19 scare and the homestay and everybody staying home. Teams aren't allowed to go to facilities. Teams aren't allowed to meet up with the prospects like they normally do, so they're doing a lot of FaceTiming. Prospects will be talking to the coaches online. But basically it's going to come down to the general manager having to actually have more balls this year and trust his own guts instead of the scouting and the coaching and everybody else that he normally has with them. So he's going to have to make the decision, and it's going to be very interesting. They're saying that people are going to go higher and lower than what everybody is predicting just because of this pandemic that's going on in the world. They're actually saying that a lot of the mock drafts that the experts are saying are going to be very, very wrong. That's coming from NFL GM saying that people are really wrong this year. But you never know until the draft hits, and a lot of surprises can happen. I'm going to hop right into my mock draft. I hope you guys already know the order of the draft. Of course, it starts with the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, a lot of talk is that Cincinnati Bengals are going to take LSU quarterback Joe Burrow. Why? I'm not doubting that he's not a good quarterback. I'm not saying that. I'm saying they have Andy Dalton. They have a good wide receiver. Actually, two good wide receivers if you count Boyd and A.J. Green. I mean, you can even go John Ross in that, but if he doesn't stay healthy, then it's not really a good wide receiver if you can't stay healthy and stay on the field to help your team. But Joe Burrow, yes, is going to be a game changer. He is a game changer. But why not take a defensive end and Chase Young? Huh? Why not? You help your team right away. Bengals, of course, Bengals need a lot of help. They need a lot of help. But Burrows is not going to be that guy that helps them, especially in the division that they're already in. They play the Steelers, the Browns, and the Ravens. All have good defenses, and you're going to put a rookie quarterback up against them. I would take Chase Young, but in my mock draft, I go with the consensus pick and who everybody thinks they're going to pick, and that is Joe Burrow. And so that means Andy Dalton will be on the moves. And where do you guys think he will go? I think he's going to the Patriots. Oh, man. Hand the Patriots another gift, right? Speaking about gifts, we're going to go right into the number 2 pick of the draft, and it's going to be the Washington Redskins. And, of course, with the Bengals taking Joe Burrow, guess who gets a gift? Like I said, the Washington Redskins. The Redskins will take defensive end Chase Young. The overall consensus best player in this draft falls to number 2 to the Washington Redskins, I don't really think they need a defensive end. I think they probably need a linebacker or some defensive back. Well, actually, it's the Redskins. They're going to need a lot of help. They have Ron Rivera down there now. That's going to change the culture. But with a good defensive end, I guess where you start your team with the quarterback, left tackle, and a good defensive end that could rush somebody that could rush the passer, right? So might as well get that. But rumor has it that they're trading Trent Williams, the offensive tackle, so they might need another offensive tackle. It's been real quiet on the Redskins front of what they're actually going to do. A lot of people, including myself, think they are going to take Chase Young, which, you can't go wrong with taking the best available play on the board. But they could use an offensive tackle, and with only 4 good offensive tackles on the board, they might be able to throw it out there. But that would really change up the draft. But I have Washington taking defensive end Chase Young, Ohio State. So, of course, that brings us to number 3. The number 3 pick is where I think there is going to be a trade. Who comes up to make the trade? I think it's going to be the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm still not used to saying Los Angeles Chargers. Still want to say San Diego, but it's the Los Angeles Chargers. And they make a deal with who? The Detroit Lions. The Lions will trade back to number 6 and receive the number 37 pick along with the next year's 3rd. And who do the Chargers come up to get? They come up to get quarterback Justin Herbert. The reason I say they take Justin Herbert is because I personally believe that Tua's injuries are too much, and there's been rumors around that he couldn't pass physicals, and since no doctors have been able to see him, a lot of teams don't want to take that risk. Justin Herbert had a great career at Oregon, and I believe he can go ahead and carry that team in Los Angeles. Los Angeles has a great defense and will be able to help the rookie quarterback. Even if he makes those mistakes, that defense should be able to bail him out. Los Angeles lost Phillip Rivers to the Colts this year, so why not start over with a great quarterback? So they come up to the number 3 pick. They get ahead of everybody that needs a quarterback, and they take their guy here. Next up is number 4, the New York Football Giants. A lot of speculation out there that the Giants will be open to drafting or trading their pick, but I don't see them doing that. I see them staying put. Dave Gettleman is a guy who loves the meat and potatoes of the draft, and I don't see them taking linebacker Isaiah Simmons, and I don't see them taking defensive line Derek Brown. I do see them helping their offensive out. They have Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley that they need to protect. So why not take one of the offensive tackles off the board right here in Mekhi Beacon, and they take him and help that offense out and help those young players out. And that's going to help New York in the long run. Now we get to the number 5 pick, which is the Miami Dolphins. And it's a very interesting team, the Miami Dolphins, in this draft because they have 14 draft picks. So basically they own this draft. They have 14 draft picks throughout the whole draft. They have 3 right here in the first round. And the number 5 pick, they can get their quarterback. A lot of people want them to go Tua here. They can go Jordan Love if they wanted to. I don't see it. I see them solidifying their offensive line to protect the young quarterback when they eventually get one, which would be offensive tackle Tristan Wirfs. And they get him because, what did I say earlier, where you build your team? You build it with the quarterback, offensive tackle, and a pass rusher. So with the number 5 pick, you're able to get one of the top tackles in the draft. And there's only a consensus of 4 top tackles in this draft. With the Giants just taking one, you might as well take one too, leaving only 2 left on the board. Miami, like I said, has 14 draft picks. They can move up and down the board and basically come up and do whatever they want in this draft. So right here, they solidify their offensive line. And they solidify that offensive line with the selection of Tristan Wirfs. Now we get to the number 6 pick. And the number 6 pick was currently belonging to the Los Angeles Chargers. And remember, I have them trading to the number 3 pick. So now it belongs to the Detroit Lions and Matt Patricia. Matt Patricia is not doing very well in Detroit since he's taken over as the head coach. But maybe things will change with a certain amount of players. I don't know if trading Darius Slay was a great option for them because now they will have to replace him. So I have them right here with the number 6 pick, selecting Jeffrey Okudah, cornerback out of Iowa State, to help that defense. Detroit's going to have to do something with all the passing that goes on in that division with the Bears, the Vikings, and the Packers. I mean, anytime you have to face Aaron Rodgers 2 times a year, you better have your defense on point. So Jeffrey Okudah will go to Detroit Lions in this pick. All right, with the number 7 pick, Carolina Panthers will be on the board. If you are like me, when you think of the Carolina Panthers, you always think that they have a great defense. But remember that Luke Kuechly retired this year, and basically they lost a lot of people on defense. So I think they're going to look to replace a little bit because that's a tough division too. You're going to play against Drew Brees. Now what? You got Tom Brady in there in the Tampa Bay, so you better look to stop somebody. So I believe right here is the good point for the Panthers to take defensive line Derek Brown, who has consistently been the top defensive tackle in this draft. I believe that Javon Kinlaw is probably better than him, but he's getting downgraded because of medical health right now. So Derek Brown goes to the Carolina Panthers. Help that out. They're going to need him. They got rid of Cam this year. So McCaffrey's running the offense, and Derek Brown can run the defense. But it's going to be a whole new Carolina team, and they better be ready for it. All right, with the number 8 pick will be the Arizona Cardinals, who's had a great offseason. If you've been following the offseason, basically Arizona re-signed Kenyon Drake to be their running back for the future. And then they made a trade with the Houston Texans. Basically, they ripped the Texans off, if you ask me. And they got DeAndre Hopkins, one of the best wide receivers in the game. One of the best wide receivers in DeAndre Hopkins to pair up with who? Oh, yeah, Hall of Famer Larry Fitzgerald on the other side. So Larry Fitzgerald, DeAndre Hopkins, and let's not forget that they also have Christian Kirk. That's 3 wide receivers. Kyle Murray is going to put on a show this year. He came on at the end of last year. I mean, yes, does he have to play San Francisco twice a year? Yeah, it's going to be tough. Does he have to play Seattle? They're not the Legion of Boom like they used to be. Los Angeles Rams, their defense is good, but are they what they used to be 2 years ago? No. So Kyle Murray doesn't have a chance to shine. And with 3 very great wide receivers, why not? I mean, so right here, they're going to have to protect him, right? You would think you made the investment in your wide receivers. You want the investment in your running back. So why not make the investment and protect your quarterback and let him be able to have time to get that ball off to those receivers. So right here, the Arizona will take offensive tackle Andrew Thomas. That would be the 3rd offensive tackle in the top 10 taken. Remember, I told you there's only 4 good ones in the draft, according to all the experts. So why not take it and solidify it? This has probably been their look the whole time in the whole offseason when they've been getting everybody else. But look at that offense, man. Arizona Cardinals will be the team to watch out for this upcoming year. If you don't believe me, look at it. Go look at their roster right now. Look at their schedule when it comes out. I mean, a lot of people are going to be like, well, San Francisco. Yes, San Francisco is good. Yes, San Francisco is probably going to win the division, but Arizona's going to be right there. And remember, Arizona played San Francisco very tough, very tough. San Francisco had a lot of problems with them. And now you're adding DeAndre Hopkins to them. Wow, watch out. So let's recap this a little bit. I have Cincinnati with the number 1 pick taking Joe Burrow. The Redskins taking Chase Young. Number 3, the Chargers trade up and they take Justin Herbert, quarterback. Number 4, the Giants take offensive tackle Mekhi Beacon. The Dolphins take Tristan Wirfs, offensive tackle at number 5. Detroit Lions, when they trade back, they still get their guy in cornerback Jeffrey Okudah. Panthers will take Derek Brown at number 7. And, of course, the Cardinals take offensive tackle Andrew Thomas at number 8. This is the conclusion of this episode. If you want to turn in next time, I will be talking about my mock draft picks 9 through 16. This was picks 1 through 8 of my mock draft 2.0, which you can find on Instagram at Instagram.com/Joe Morley Sports. At it, you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and look me up. If you have any questions, you can hit me up on there. I'll try to answer them on here on the next episode. But that's my first top 8 of my 2.0 mock draft with the trades. I hope you liked it. And this is the end of my podcast as of today on April 18th. So I will leave you guys with this. Stay healthy, my friends. Stay healthy. Stay healthy.